सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। साई राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। साई राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे। वैदेही रामं वैकुण्ठधामं। वैदेही रामं वैकुण्ठधामं। भूपालचूडामणि। भूपालचूडामणि। आत्माभिरामं प्रभु साई राम। आत्माभिरामं प्रभु साई राम। श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। साई राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे।
Offering our reverential pranams to Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, our love and deep gratitude to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, respected elders, patrons and partners of the Each One Educate One program, fellow alumni brothers and sisters, Sai Ram, and a very good morning. Welcome to Sai Spoorthi 2024, the annual convention of Children for Sai alumni body.
It is that time of the year when alumni of all Sathya Sai educational institutions come together, a homecoming to Sai, the source of our Spoorthi and Shakti, our inspiration and our strength. Not just to celebrate our shared past, but also to reflect on the deeper purpose that education has given to each of us. Bhagwan Baba often reminded us that education is for life and not for mere living. The profundity of this statement begins to resonate more deeply as we navigate our lives beyond the portals of this hallowed institution, seeking meaning and purpose.
This reminds me of a Zen story. A martial arts student once approached his teacher and earnestly asked, I am devoted to studying your martial arts system. How long will it take for me to master it? The teacher casually replied, 10 years? Unsatisfied, the student exclaimed, but I want to master it faster. I will work hard. I will practice 10 hours a day if I must. How long will it take then? The teacher paused and then said, maybe 20 years? This story reflects an important truth about the process of education. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not just about cultivating skills for gainful employment, but cultivating values that make us who we are.
And as students of Sathya Sai institutions, we have been blessed with an education that goes beyond textbooks. It is an education that nurtures the spirit, one that equips us for life itself. Let us remember his words as we continue our journey, dedicating ourselves to the sacred mission with purpose and perseverance.
We will commence the proceedings with an invocation by a few alumni sisters chanting verses from Shikshavalli, Taittiriya Upanishad.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Vedamanuchyacharyoonte Vasinamanushaasti Satyam Vada Dharman Chara Swadhyaya Anma Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyandhanamaritya Prajatantum Ma Vyavachhetsi Satyanna Pramaditavyam Dharmanna Pramaditavyam Kushalanna Pramaditavyam Bhutyena Pramaditavyam Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyanna Pramaditavyam Deva Pitrakaryabhyanna Pramaditavyam Matradevo Bhava Pitradevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atiti Devo Bhava Yanyanavadyani Karmani Tani Sevitavyani No Itarani Yanyasmakagum Sucharitani Tani Tvayopasyani No Itarani Eke Chasmachheyagumso Brahmanaha Teshan Tvayasanena Prashvasitavyam Shraddhaya Deyam Ashraddhaya Deyam Shriya Deyam Riya Deyam Bhiya Deyam Sambhida Deyam Atha yadi te karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat Etatra brahmana asammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyuhu yada te tatra varteran tata tatra vartetaha अथाभ्या आख्यातेषु एतत्र ब्राह्मणा आसम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलुक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेताः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु.
The Each One Educate One program is the flagship initiative of Children for Sai. The priceless gift of values-based education that we received has molded and shaped us to become what we are. And therefore, through the E1E1 program, we endeavor to pass on this gift to many more of our younger brothers and sisters.
In the verse that was chanted a while back, a line goes, Acharyaya Priyam Dhanamahritya Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsi. It reminds a student who has completed their studies of their moral and social responsibilities to society, that they must continue to support their Acharya or Guru and ensure that the lineage of Guru Shishya, of teaching and learning remains unbroken always. As children of the Divine Himself, this is the legacy that we shoulder, the Prema Parampara of Sai, a legacy of love and fraternity.
It is both heartwarming and deeply inspiring to celebrate Sai Spoorthi in the presence of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. As an alumnus of the Sai institutions, Sadguru has not only walked the path laid by Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, but has also taken up the mantle of his sacred mission. He spearheads the global humanitarian mission of service across 60 countries, and his is a clear message of universal brotherhood. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This forms our ethos and our guiding philosophy to embrace all as our own and do all that it takes to ensure their well-being.
Today, the Each One Educate One Foundation, along with its partner trust, the Prashanti Balamandira Trust, enables the functioning of 24 schools in Karnataka, Telangana and Tamil Nadu, 3 university campuses and a medical college. Nearly 3,000 students are enrolled in these institutions. Not only are they receiving free education, but their lives and the lives of their families are being transformed and uplifted. None of this would have been possible without the support of our patrons and partners. Like every drop makes the ocean, each of your support has been indispensable in enabling us to do what we do. Thank you for your presence here today on this very momentous occasion.
We would now like to invite Dr. Satish Babu, Trustee, Each One Educate One Foundation, to present the annual report for the year 2023-24. Having completed his Masters in the UK, Dr. Satish Babu is a leading endocrinologist and currently serves as Director, Quality Control and Academics, Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. Dr. Satish Babu.
Sairam, offering our collective salutations at our Divine Masters, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and our beloved Sadguru, remembering the founder of these institutions, Sri Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, all senior Tyagajivis, Chancellor of our university, elders, our CSR supporters, patrons, donors, devotees, my dear students. Welcome to annual alumni meet and the celebration of E1E1 Education Foundation Trust. it's consciously mentioned celebration. We need to celebrate the transfer of knowledge, the giving of education is all about this function, this event. I would want to remember what Baba used to say many times in his speeches as a very pertinent statement, very profound statement, and a prophecy as well. And especially when presidents, prime ministers, chief justices, luminaries were sitting next to him on the stage, he used to make a proclamation, my wealth is my students. Na sottu, na students ani. So that prophecy has sort of truly come into picture. Now, one student from amongst us, Sri Madhusudan Sai, took upon the whole mission on his shoulders and leading us towards the glory of Sai mission. So with that background, I'll go to the actual report part. So both Baba and Sadhguru have kept child as a focus, and this starts before the child is born. We have Divine Mother and Child Health Program, and you can see the educational status in India is still pathetic. Lack of education is mostly the reason for all the ills in society. So the inequality of educated and non-educated, haves and have-nots, poverty, exploitation, all is because of lack of education and illiteracy. And we have staggering numbers equivalent to some of the European countries who are still deprived of this basic right of education, especially if you take in the rural region. And more so, the girl education part is very weak. Yes, and even worse when you take the higher education. Only 1% of girls enter into higher education. This is the current status. And this statement by Nelson Mandela is the solution. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So our portals of learning, which was established by Baba and now being taken further by Sadhguru, give value-based education from 6 standards to PhD, completely free of cost, in a holistic, rural background, with all the facilities in world-class standards. And what a humble beginning we had. And many of you, the old students, will remember in 1974, when Murthyana came and established this school, it was like this. And now you can see the change, especially in last 10 years, moving on from primary education, PU education, to university level education and medical education. So the child in a rural region, many even now study up to 3rd, 4th standard, where lower primary schools are available in the villages. As soon as they need to go to higher primary school, they drop out. And those children are picked up and enrolled into our Even program, Each One Educate One program. And after their primary and higher secondary education, they move on to university graduation and including healthcare education, medical education as well. They have an option open for both. And if you see again our history, illiteracy was a bane until probably late 90s and early 2000. Now it's not about illiteracy, it's about illiterate becoming educated, becoming skillful, contributing to the nation, contributing to the GDP is what matters, and higher education plays an important role. Many NGOs run schools, but giving a higher education free of cost is probably one of its kind in our ecosystem, our organization. So the cost breakdown for primary education, secondary and PU education, medical education and healthcare, you all know. And what is very heartfelt and artful about, mindful about our organization is, it's an experiment which is happening for last 50 years in the education field, and continuous learning is happening. Until last year, we had a system called Each One Embrace One, where student would come and all complete need of the student was taken care. But we found that there is again difference in the class, and Sadhguru quite sensitively picked up that as a big responsibility on the trust and removed hostel fee as well from the education cost equation, and all the children now studying from 6th standard to medical education, higher education, that is even PhD, are completely looked after under this scholarship. So you saw that the requirement for the student, pin to plane we call, there are 100 volunteers, staff who start in the month of January, go up to month of June, procuring things needed for children from different vendors, different retail and wholesale companies. And it's a transformative journey by itself. The sellers themselves cry when this story is narrated to them, that our products are going to such a noble cause, and the deserving students are being benefited from this scheme. So your collective efforts is what is making this Each One Education Foundation continuously committed to the cause of education. The contributors, the supporters are right across the globe from all the continents. But what I want to stress or bring to your notice, that is our alumni and domestic so-called Indian donors, is see the connect. There is no connect between a foreign national and an Indian child, Indian student. Even then there is a contribution. In fact, to be very specific, bigger than the domestic contribution, bigger than the alumni contribution. Don't mistake me. See, where is our responsibility is what I genuinely put across to you to ponder. Again, the breakdown, if you see year on year, committed people are continuously contributing for this cause, especially even during the COVID time. They did not deter from, even though they had their salaries cut, the even education was supported by many. This year, if you take, again, across all sections, across all verticals, we have met 50%, 50% gap is still persisting, and that, I'm sure, with your generous support, will be completed. So what is the impact of this? If you see the results across all sections, primary, higher secondary, university degree, and medical college, you have our students are faring very well. Distinction, majority, first class, rest. But no second class, failure is not at all there. Again, if you see the impact, it's overall development, what Swami and Sadhguru always insists on. It's not about just physical education, worldly education. It's about bringing out the talent and their skills is what matters, with spiritual education, with value-based education. So it's a complete holistic development, holistic education what we provide here. So this power of investment, if you monetize it, I roughly calculated 25,000 for pure education until PUC. So that comes to around 2,50,000. From then onwards, for only education, it will be 1 lakh per year, annum. So that will translate into 7.5 lakh to make a student in our campus as a graduate. He will go on to earn, if average salary is 50,000 if you take, and for next 30 years, he will earn this much, and this much is going to contribute to his family, contribute to his nation, especially families who are coming from poorer economic section. They pull out the family perpetually out of poverty. Many students are first-time graduates in their families, in their village. So this is the impact what we are talking. And the World Bank report suggests that 1 extra year adds on to 9% extra earning per hour. So imagine our students contributing to GDP, contributing to wellness of the nation. That is about physical investment or wealth investment. What about educare, which is holistic development, value-based education? So the key is the student becomes a responsible citizen. He will take up social cause as his livelihood, cause as his life's mission, and contribute in the good societal well-being is what we are seeing, and that's being seen even in the recently passed out university students. Among 220 university students who passed out, 200 have joined back in the mission to contribute to more people gaining this education, gaining this knowledge, especially the underserved. So if you again put the numbers versus, I borrowed this idea from Poshan, you all know. So you saw this 3 days back. One founder making an impact. You can see how big the impact is. It's manifold. And Baba said, end of education is character, and this is what the organization's ethos is, organization's philosophy is. So I'll quickly run by what the multiple celebrations or multiple milestones which have happened in last 1 year. You all know this was an historic day, historic moment for our organization. Beloved Prime Minister came to inaugurate a medical college, probably unheard of, first time in the Indian history. Other than probably AIMS, no other Prime Minister has gone to inaugurate a private medical college, and this happened. And within 6 months, President of our country came, complimented in her speech, in her university convocation speech, she complimented the girl education and said that there is a great future for this institution, and you can listen to this, our speech, which is very thrilling, very inspirational. This is Kodaikanal school inauguration. Again, there are a lot of tribal children there, and our own student has taken up, after his post-graduation has taken up the cause for running that school, managing that school. Skill development courses have been started last year. Again, students who are sort of weak in academic, can they be employed? Can they be upskilled to see that there is some earning to individual and families is the motto behind this. Science labs have been established. Skill labs, science lab, and multiple conferences, luminaries, educationists, policy makers have come and sort of shared their knowledge. And at this young age, students are gaining from these collaborations. This is a startup. Again, now the buzz is campus to collaborations, campus to companies. So this is a startup event which happened. It happened twice. Again, students were interacted with many researchers, many inventors, entrepreneurs. So our students go to different, or being called by renowned institutions for giving performance. So the exchange program, cultural and educational collaborations are happening with very renowned institutions. All this is a pride moment for our organization, and as I said, it's a moment or a day to celebrate, day to look for and how to improve from here is what we want to put forth in front of you. So this is last year's annual, again, Even Foundation Day and Alumni Day. So the Sadhguru always tells that it's a tripartite understanding. We as an organization and you as a already being benefited from education system, from the nation, should contribute back to your younger brother or sister's education. That's the model, and every child born, Sadhguru says, every child born has a birthright to education, and the responsibility of making him a right citizen lies on all of us, because the world is very interdependent, especially of late in last 10, 20 years. So with this, I conclude. I again acknowledge and express my gratitude on behalf of all of us for our CSR patrons, CSR supporters, well-wishers, devotees who have contributed, alumni who have contributed for this cause. And I also want to remind you all that next year is 100th birthday, centenary birthday of our beloved Bhagwan Baba, who started this mission and gave us the life, gave us all this life what we are now enjoying. Let's come together for 100th birthday with more resolve to contribute to his mission, at the same time to celebrate his glorious birthday. Thank you.
We will now have the Alumni Pledge, which serves as a reminder of our shared commitment to the mission and values we hold dear. Sriniket Lakur, who has completed his Masters in English Language and Literature from Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, will lead us in the pledge. We kindly request all students and alumni to please rise for the pledge.
We, the children of Sai, are proud to pledge that we will practice the Sai way of life, of service above self, and God above everyone else, for the welfare of the world and our own emancipation. We will wholeheartedly and with all our might further the cause of free value-based education we received by supporting the education of our brothers and sisters of our institutions. We will abide by the Alumni Code of Conduct as our most sacred duty and uphold the honor of our institutions in all situations. We commit ourselves to the path of seva and sadhana on this journey of I to we to he, in which we shall march together as one family of Sai and bring glory to our institutions, our nation, and above all, our beloved Sai.
Thank you. This morning we have two alumni sharing their thoughts with us. The first is Ms. Ramya Krishna. She joined the Prashanti Balamandira Girls' School at Chikaballapura and went on to complete her post-graduation in biosciences from Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. She currently serves as a coordinator for the pre-university girls section at Muddenahalli. Over to Sister Ramya Krishna.
न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. There is no greater principle than Guru. There is no greater penance than Guru. There is no greater knowledge than meditating on Guru. I offer my most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Respected elders, esteemed guests, patrons and partners, alumni brothers and sisters, Sai Ram, and a very good morning to all of you. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is a powerful weapon to change the world." And it is with great pride and joy I stand before you as a testament to these words. It's a journey of growth, faith, and transformation. My journey with Sri Sathya Sai Gurukulam group of institutions began when I started my studies here in 8th grade and continued through to my master's degree in life sciences. I hail from a small village near Chikbalapur district. My parents run a small hotel to earn their living. With the little income that they get, it was becoming difficult for my parents to pay for my education and also to take care of my personal needs. So my parents admitted me to Prashanti Balamandra School at Chikbalapur with no specific intentions other than providing me with good education. And here, everything that I needed was provided by the institution. My parents had no further worries either on my education or on my personal requirements. Being a girl, my parents never thought that I can become a supportive member of my family. Like many other students, I initially believed that education was for getting a job with high salary and a means to have a good future. So I studied hard and focused only on getting good marks. But things changed when I reached my pre-university studies. I really struggled to study, especially with the subjects like mathematics. At one point, I thought I cannot clear this exam with minimum passing marks. But then something truly special took place. My classmates sat with me every day, giving their time in helping me. They never thought it would be waste of their time. Rather, they took it as an opportunity to help me to grow. With their support, I could score well in my second PU exams. This experience changed my perspective. I realized that education is about using what we have learned to help others, just the way my friends and teachers did for me. This shift in my understanding helped me to realize that education is not about individual success, but it is about collective transformation. After my graduation, I worked as an intern at Gadak campus, where I could upskill myself in various areas like teaching, administration, campus management. We also received stipend in our internship, which helped us to cover our personal expenses and even to support our families. This support continued even during our post-graduation studies, allowing us to focus on learning without any financial worries. Our parents were more assured knowing that we were able to help them even while continuing our education. Studying here is no less than a blessing that saved me from the fetters of an early marriage. In my village, most girls are able to study only till 12th grade, after which they are married off or take up small menial jobs to support their families. But it is with great pride that I would like to share, in the whole of my village, only 2 of us have finished our post-graduation, and both of us are girls who studied in this university. Today, while my friend is the principal at Jaipura campus, and I am the in charge of pre-university students at Muddenahalli campus. If we could complete our studies and become an independent girls to take care of ourselves and our families, it is only because of the opportunities that we were given here. The knowledge, values, and the opportunities that I gained during my time as a student inspired me to continue to be here by nurturing my younger sisters. Now I am happy and capable enough to share my learnings with many others. At first, I was not confident in anything that I do. I was too scared even to speak in front of a small group, and speaking to a large audience like this seemed impossible to me. But I used to remind myself of Sadhguru's words that a lion cub should be like a lion. And how can I be anything less than my master? This constant reminder makes me more confident and fearless every day. Today, I am able to take classes, host webinars, and now I'm speaking to a large audience in this beautiful auditorium. To improve myself and my work each day, I take time to reflect on my actions and think how I can improve myself to become the better version to the next day so that I will be able to handle the situations much better. We are also in constant touch with the parents of our students, helping them and explaining them to understand our mission better. Most of the parents voluntarily visit the campuses and get involved in various activities of the campus. Few even bring whatever they grow in their fields, like vegetables, fruits. They generously offer it as a mark of their gratitude. Recently, when we had parents-teacher meeting, I was thrilled to hear students assuring their parents that they need not worry for anything as they enjoy their learnings here, they have people to take care, and moreover, they are safe and secured in our institutions. This institution has made me strong in every way, be it physically, academically, professionally, and spiritually. Now that I have gained so much, it is my responsibility to pass this knowledge to many others in need. Having taken up this great responsibility of molding the younger ones, let us bring pride and honor to our institution and live up to its mission of service to humanity. Brothers and sisters, let us reflect how this institution has impacted our lives. Let us honor its legacy of excellence, compassion, and love, and continue to spread these values in our personal and professional lives. Let us pass on this gift of education through Each One Educate One program to transform and light up many more lives. My heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has been part of this journey, the alumni, donors, and patrons who are present here, and those who are watching us live, my deepest gratitude to all of you. You are the reason for my education and the education of many others. Your support is truly an investment in all of us, and I assure you that we will use this opportunity for the betterment of the society and continue the legacy that you have created. We are motivated to help others in the best way we can, just like you are doing. Together, let us continue to uphold and promote the light of knowledge and service that has been taken up by a master. Let us with much love and gratitude, I conclude. Thank you.
Next, we have Dr. Sri Harsha, who is serving as Assistant Professor and General Surgeon at Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. After finishing his schooling at the Alike campus, he went on to do his medicine and completed his master's from PGI Chandigarh. He also mentors DNB students at our hospital. Dr. Sri Harsha.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum, Vande Madhusudan Sai Gurum. Om Shri Sai Ram, invoking the blessings of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba and placing myself at the divine feet of our dear Guru and God, Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. Respected Chancellor, Shri B.N. Narasimhamurthy Sir, respected elders, my dear brothers and sisters, and dearest students. Sai Ram to you all, very good morning, and welcome to the annual alumni meet Sai Spoorthi 2024 at this beautiful Premamrutham hall in this divine Sathya Sai Grama. Of all the blessings that I have received, the greatest blessings are two. Firstly, being a student of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, and now being a servant of the greatest alumni of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. A couple of days ago, I happened to meet two of our young kids studying in our Balaniketanam. Out of love, I just asked them how they were doing. Immediately, within 3 to 5 seconds, they said, "We are doing fine." And in the next moment, one of them said, "We are Brahman." And the other said, "We are divine." I was actually spellbound. I mean, they were just talking the highest truth, the highest knowledge, that one should possess, and that too coming out from an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old child in our ashram. The same day, I happened to meet a driver in our ashram, and I asked him how he was doing. He said, "Chennagiddini sir, ella Sai Daya." Such are the souls that are present here in Sathya Sai Grama, and such are the souls that are seated here in Premamrutham, where everything is divinely chosen and divinely orchestrated. The story of my soul actually took a turn in the year 2004. Our family, for the first time, we went to Shirdi and had Sai Baba's darshan. After Baba's darshan, we then proceeded to a nearby temple where for the first time I saw the photo of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Little did I know that he was an avatar. When I asked my mother who he was, she said, "He is another Sai Baba, people do worship him." A couple of months later, my mother's parents, both of them demised, and my parents found difficult to look after me and my brother. One night, in my mother's dream, she saw Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba come home and then tell her, "Nimmibru makkalannu nanna hatra kalsamma, naan nodkotini." This was the greatest assurance and promise that Swami has made. And later, in the year 2005, I visited Alike for the first time, not knowing anything about the institution. As soon as I entered the campus, I saw Swami's photo and I was shocked, because I didn't know that it was Swami's institution that I was going to join. It was indeed his will, and with his blessings, me and my brother, both of us joined Alike, and we completed our education at Alike and went on to become doctors. I did my MBBS training from Bangalore Medical College and Research Institute, and after 4-5 years of my training, under the guidance of our Dr. Raghupati sir, who was my professor and head in the Department of Pathology at BMCRI, we visited Muddenahalli for the first time in the year 2015, where that time, for the first time, Swami guided me to pursue general surgery course at Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, Chandigarh, which happens to be one of the topmost institutions in the nation, which is run directly by the Ministry of Central Government. During my course in PGI, I used to watch satsang videos and hear to the discourses of our Swami. One such discourse changed my way of thinking, and then I decided whatever Swami tells or says, I'll just bow down in humility and then say, "Yes, Swami." I saw a leader in him, the biggest motivation. In one of the previous talks, our Chancellor sir had said, a leader is the one who knows the way, who goes the way, and who shows the way. My dear brothers and sisters, I can proudly say that our Swami, he knows the way, he has gone the way, and he is now showing us all the way. But what way? The way to self-realization and the way to liberation of soul from the cycle of birth and death. How do we do it? By always thinking of good for others and doing good to others, because in doing good, there is God. Let me just narrate a story of a patient who came to a Sarala hospital. She was a 13-year-old girl. She was brought by her father. And as soon as they came to the OPD, the father was in tears. Even I am a father. I too have a daughter. I could feel the pain that was in his heart. After going through the reports, she had habitual habit of eating hair. So she had developed a ball of hair in her stomach. So she could not gain weight. She could not eat well. She used to develop abdominal pain. She used to have vomiting. And when they visited a nearby hospital, she was told that she needs surgery, and the father was given a bill of 3 lakh rupees. Being a daily wage worker, he had no option but to cry and pray God. And his prayers were indeed answered. He came to our hospital, we diagnosed, and then we successfully performed the surgery on the 13-year-old girl, removed the entire ball of hair, and in a week's time, she became all right and she was discharged. The father was in tears. So there is 3 learning from this story. Individually, it was a very difficult case for me. It was a challenging case. Departmentally, we performed a good surgery, and institutionally, it gave a new lease of life to the child. The hope of the father was restored, and their belief in God became even more stronger. We have received right education and learned good values at our Sathya Sai institutions, and we all have rightly earned our living. I think it is time for all of us to return back to our institution with gratitude and do whatever is possible from our side. Let us take the responsibility to bring God in the form of medicine and health to those who are ill and diseased, in the form of food to the hunger, in the form of education to those who are deprived of opportunities. 2 months ago, on Swami's birthday, we had a new song that was released, Compassion of Sadguru, where it said, the first line, I believe most of you would have watched, Tanu mana dhana sarva namage neene Sadguru. Our body, mind, soul, wealth, and everything is you, Swami. So when we are singing, our body, mind, soul, wealth, and everything you, Swami, shouldn't we think that we should also give our Tana, Mana, Dhana, and Sarva to Swami? Then I realized, if we are doing this for all the good work that Swami is doing, for all that he is going after looking entire world. Recently I had the opportunity, a blessed opportunity with Swami to visit the Fiji hospital in the Far East and then the United Kingdom in the West. One was a developing nation, the other was a developed nation. Two different ethnicities, two different culture, yet everything was binded by love. The love for Swami, the love to serve more because of the commitment that they all had. Because every soul that we serve, we all are one connected whole. And in order to achieve that, Swami always says that in the Treta Yuga, there were squirrels and there were Vanaras who helped Lord Sri Rama build the bridge from India to Lanka. In the Dwapara Yuga, there was Gopikas and Gopalas who helped Lord Sri Krishna lift the Govardhanagiri. And now it is the time for all of us to join hands in the mission to help Swami and to help the mission go on serving every soul that is possible, because we all are one connected whole. That is how we achieve excellence. And to me, excellence is nothing but motivation into commitment square. So we all know Albert Einstein's famous equation E equal to mc square. So excellence is given by motivation into commitment square. We have our Swami who is always motivated and committed. So one M, the motivation and the commitment is done. The other commitment that is required is by all of us, the alumni, the staff, the stakeholders, and everybody. With only such motivation and commitment, excellence is possible. And we all have to be ready. The last shloka of Bhagavad Gita, which is my personal favorite, goes like, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Where there is Yogeshwara Krishna and where there is Dhanurdhari Partha, there will always be victory. Our Yogeshwara Swami is always right here with us, with so much of love and blessings on all of us. We have to become the Dhanurdhari Partha, always ready to serve in this mission. We need to take the responsibility. We need to question ourselves. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? And if not us, then who? Let us all develop this feeling. We all should have a feeling like Sai for me and I am for Sai. When we used to go to Puttaparthi, we all wanted Baba to see us, Swami to see us. And we used to feel, I want Swami, I want Swami. That is a stage when we feel Sai for me. And now a stage has come when we have to feel, I am for Sai. Let us take this responsibility. Only then, through this mission of selfless love and selfless service, our souls will be redeemed and we will attain liberation. I thank Swami for giving me this opportunity to render my seva in the hospital, and I pray to you, Swami, to keep me at your feet as a humble obedient and convenient servant always. I would like to conclude my talk by reciting a stanza with your permission, Swami. ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮಗನು ಇವನು ಕೊಡುಗೈದಾನಿ, ಚಿನ್ನದ ಮಗನು ಇವನು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ, ಜನಸೇವೆಗೆಂದೇ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರುವ ದೇವರ ಕುಲವೋ, ಇವರ ನೆರಳೆ ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ನೂರಾನೆಯ ಬಲವೋ, ಈ ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೂ ಇವರ ಋಣವೈತೆ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಉಸಿರು ಇವರನೆ ನುಡಿದೈತೆ. ಜಯ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಜಯ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಜಯ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಜಯತೋ, ಜಯ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಜಯ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಜಯ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಜಯತೋ.
Thank you, Dr. Sri Harsha, for sharing such beautiful experiences. And from this day on, we have a new meaning and a new interpretation for E is equal to mc square, probably much more potent than the relationship between energy and matter. Thank you so much, brother. As part of Sai Spoorthi, it is our cherished tradition to honor and express our heartfelt gratitude to our teachers through the Guru Vandana program. Our teachers are the guiding lights who have shaped us with their wisdom, love, and dedication. Today, we are privileged to celebrate 4 remarkable educators who have not only imparted knowledge, but have selflessly devoted their lives to service across our educational campuses. Their unwavering commitment to nurturing and uplifting generations of students is a testament to the transformative power of values-based education.
First, we call upon Ms. Vijayalakshmi Bharati to kindly come on stage, please. She was born and brought up in Uppala village, Kasargod district in Kerala. She was a Bal Vikas student for 5 years, after which she herself began imparting Bal Vikas classes for more than 21 years. Inspired by Bhagwan Baba's message of service, she made it her life's goal through various activities like free tailoring classes for women in her village or volunteering at the super specialty hospitals at Puttaparthi and Bangalore. In 2013, she joined as warden at Sri Sathya Sai Sriniketanam Girls Campus at Jaipura, and since 2022, she has been serving as warden at the Kolar campus, Sri Sathya Sai Krishna Niketanam.
Next, we invite on stage Srimati Vidya Raghupati. Married into a family of ardent devotees of Bhagwan Baba, brought her to Baba's fold. In 2015, on the divine command, she, along with her husband, Dr. Raghupati, moved to Sathya Sai Grama. She began volunteering as an English teacher at the Prashanti Balamandira school and later at the boys' Gurukulam. She currently serves as Margadarshaka for all the girls' campuses pertaining to their health and well-being.
Next, we request Sri Vasudevan to kindly come on stage, please. A native of Palakkad, Kerala, he graduated in chemistry. He had the fortune of having the darshan of Bhagwan Baba during his early student days. After working in a multinational firm for many years and inspired by the teachings of Baba, he decided to dedicate his life in service to the nation. He was an active member of Dharmakshetra Mumbai and a Sevadal in the organization. In 1979, he joined Vivekananda Kendra, a service organization, and supervised the Kendra's Vidyalayas, residential schools for tribal children in the states of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh for the next 23 years. In 2002, he joined the Chinmaya Vidyalaya Palakkad, where he volunteered for 11 years. In 2017, he joined the Prashanti Balamandira Trust and served as the chairman of the Hasan campus till 2021, On Sadhguru's command, he is now part of the NIOS team at Muddenahalli.
Lastly, we invite Dr. R. Alagarsamy to kindly come to the dais. A distinguished academician, he has a rich teaching experience of 35 years as principal at GTN Arts College, Dindigul. His topic of research was Sirudaiva Vallipadavu on faith, practices and worship of deities in rural villages, especially in South India. As an NSS coordinator, he has been instrumental in the renovation of several villages in and around Dindigul. Currently, he serves as the Margadarshaka for Sri Sathya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam.
Next, we move on to recognizing illustrious alumni who have made significant contributions to society through their public service endeavors while embracing and upholding the ideals of spirituality and service. Incidentally, both of this year's awardees are serving in Sadhguru's exponentially expanding medical mission. They are both gifted singers too.
The first recipient of the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Alumni Excellence 2024 is Srimati Vidya Ramasubramanian. She completed her bachelor's in home science and master's in food science and nutrition. She began her career as a nutritionist at the Sri Sathya Sai Super Speciality Hospital, Whitefield, followed by Cloud9 Hospitals, Bangalore. She currently heads the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics at the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. We will now have a short video on her.
Sister Vidya Ramasubramanian, born in Chennai and brought up amidst the chants of Tevaram and Tiruvasagam and the clanging of the holy temple bells at the Chidambaram Nataraja temple, Sister Vidya Ramasubramanian imbibed devotion and faith in God from a very young age. Her father and mother taught her the values of hard work, sincerity, humility, and most importantly, the value of gratitude to God for every little thing He has bestowed on her. The bright and bubbly little Vidya shone forth with a lot of cheer and charisma, good academic scores, and impeccable conduct, which made her the first girls' school pupil leader during the higher secondary class. She also took an active part in the service activities of the local Sathya Sai Seva organization in Chennai ever since grade 4. Thus, led to the sacred Sai fold, Sister Vidya filled her eyes and heart with the first darshan of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba in the year 1991. The longing to be with the avatar of the age consumed Sister Vidya ever since, and her longing paved her way to join the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Anantapur campus, through a vivid dream. The Lord said in the dream vision to her mother, "She is my daughter. Give me her luggage. Let me take it." Sister Vidya kept up the Lord's trust on her and performed her role as a student perfectly well and secured the gold medal for BSc Home Science, just as befits the title of being his daughter. She contributed to the girls' music group and had sung in the Lord's presence on several occasions. After finishing MSc Food Science and Nutrition at the Anantapur campus, Sister Vidya again came out with flying colours with the Best Student Award for PG Diploma in Clinical Nutrition at the Sri Ramachandra Medical College and Research Institute in Chennai. Soon after, Bhagwan Baba brought a surprise message for Sister Vidya during one of her divine trips to the Whitefield ashram. "I want my MSc Home Science girls for my hospital in Whitefield." A new chapter unveiled itself when she joined the Sri Sathya Sai Super Speciality Hospital at Whitefield in the year 2001 and built the dietary department along with several young professionals, most of whom were also alumni. Her life was dotted with several loving interactions with Swami, both professional and personal, which enriched her journey to live for the Lord by serving in His mission. Fast-forwarding her journey with Sai, which continued through several ups and downs, all the way and beyond the physical realms, it finally led her to the mission of Sai, yet again through Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. She has performed several roles, almost everything that came her way, with equal zest and vigor. be it formulating the menu for the Annapurna breakfast program in 2015, participating in Annapurna service, teaching the children songs, stories and stotrams, participating in the foundation activities of Each One Educate One, attending medical camps, and all of these while also holding a busy job in Bangalore and attending to her 10-year-old daughter Kirti and her husband brother Ashimao, who is a KG to PG privileged graduate from the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Her full-time transition to Muddenahalli was the most awaited, and the Lord beckoned at the right time to teach self-development and communication skills to the students. Subsequently, in November 2021, Sister Vidya was appointed as the head of the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics at Sri Sathya Sai Sarla Memorial Hospital, along with a bunch of the most fitting colleagues who together carry out the busy activities of the hospital that is growing and galloping every day. Without missing the mention, the ever-passionate Sister Vidya, along with her husband, the ever-placid brother Ashimavo, is the blessed couple who together walk the path of love and service as laid by their God and Guru. Their little daughter Kirti is pursuing grade 10 at the Prashanti Balamandira school, doing her best and giving her all by deriving inspiration from her parents and by imbibing the teachings of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Sister Vidya humbly submits, "Indeed, he has seen me through." Putting her best foot forward, Sister Vidya walks every day, service being her second nature. May she continue to shine in the beauty of her spirit for all days to come.
We invite Sister Vidya to kindly come and receive the award from Sadhguru. We request Sister Vidya to please share a few words with us.
सदा सत्स्वरूपं चिदानन्दकन्दं जगत्सम्भवस्थानसंहारहेतुं स्वभक्तेच्छया मानुषं दर्शयन्तं नमामीश्वरं सद्गुरुं साईनाथम्. Offering my most humble salutations with heartfelt gratitude to the ocean of mercy and compassion, to the divine principle of Sai, who embodied as Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and now as Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. My heartfelt thanks to the blessings bestowed upon me by my revered parents, to all the well-wishers, and to the entire healthcare fraternity who are working with me in the Sadguru Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. To be very honest with you, I'm feeling very nostalgic as I am thoroughly reminded of the day when Bhagwan gave me the gold medal. Time stood still and I stood motionless, which is what I feel today and now. Actually, a few years after I received the gold medal, it was a very vivid dream. Bhagwan appeared in my dream, and it was on a stage. Swami was giving me an award. The dream faded, and I just left it at that, not knowing where would an opportunity arise like this because I had already passed out of the institute. But today, I find that the dream has come true, and I thank Swami for this. Many years ago, in the portico of Prashanti Nilayam in the Kulwant Hall, Bhagavan was surrounded by a group of students, and he asked the question, what is the greatest fortune one can have? There were so many answers by the students, following which Bhagavan answered, the greatest fortune one can have is to be the contemporary of an avatar. Even greater than that is to know the avatar. Even greater is to love the avatar. And even greater than that is to serve the avatar in his mission. This was a very, very profound statement which always used to ring in my mind. And also there was one pertinent incident which I would definitely like to mention. There was one devotee, once again in the portico of Prashanti Nilayam in the Kulwant Hall. He had asked Swami, Swami, is it true that once our prapti is over, we would not be able to stay with you or have your darshan from the very next day? So it's a very intriguing question. And many, many days later, when Bhagavan addressed a group of students, he answered saying, Chudu Bangaru, he started in Telugu and he said, it is like this. If there's somebody who becomes a member of a parliament, he would be given a 5-year term. But it all depends on what he does in those 5 years. If he does a lot of good for the people, there would be another 5 years added to his term. The same way, when you come to me, when I give you an opportunity, what you do with that opportunity, how you change that grace into blessing, and make sure that you put your best foot forward to see how you can serve the avatar with the fullest of love and sincerity and loyalty. That, when that happens, there would be another 5 years added. And in those 5 years, again you do well, you make God happy, plus 5 years, plus. Swami went on saying. And I'm sure there's no need for me to explain the meaning behind what Bhagavan had said. In such epic and epoch-making times, which can never happen in the history of Sai, we, the alumni, are here, gathered together only because of his mercy and grace. And it is only befitting of us to make sure that we express the highest altitude of gratitude by servitude. So this is a moment in history where we have to make sure that we are a part of his story now. Swami has been repeatedly telling us that this golden opportunity may or may not come again in the lifetimes to come. And we do not know how many lifetimes we have either. So it is better that we make use of this opportunity, hold the hand of God, and follow his footsteps. And Swami reminded us, even in the recent annual medical review which we had of the SMS IMSR, he said, you have to follow God, otherwise you will fall low. And this is something which we know, that those who walk with God will always reach the destination. As life with Sai is an endless hope, and life without Sai is certainly a hopeless end. Thanking Swami for this opportunity. And Swami, we are certainly aware that you are continuously thinking of us, of our welfare. And please bless us that we also continuously think of you, look forward to serve you in your mission and reach the destination. Thanking you and offering these words at the lotus feet of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Sairam.
Thank you, Sister Vidya. The next awardee is Sri Onkar Joshi. He completed his MBA at Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Puttaparthi, and after a stint in MNCs that took him around the globe, he joined the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Centers for Child Heart Care in the year 2018 as a trust officer to serve in the healthcare mission. May we have the video on Brother Omkar.
Brother Onkar Ravindra Joshi. There is a power that can supersede all laws and logic. And when that power manifests, it becomes a miracle. Sanjeevani, the life-giving sanatoriums, are the centers that cure and restore lives miraculously, not just of the patients, but of everyone who touches Sanjeevani, opines Brother Onkar Joshi, an alumnus of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, who was amongst the chosen to join the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Centers for Child Heart Care in the year February 2018 as a trust officer. A bright singer with a fine tenor voice, he spent his MBA days in Puttaparthi practicing and singing for the Lord, finding his first love in Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and basking in the showers of his grace and teachings made Brother Onkar the lucky waiting boy. Merely waiting for the Lord itself became a musical musing for Brother Onkar.
अपना लो मेरे साई, अपना लो मेरे बाबा, मुझे अपना बना लो साई.
For he could continue to sing every day at Prashanthi Nilayam from the year 2005 to 2010. Sister Radha, his devout wife, joined him as a spiritual companion in the year 2014, just in time to lead him to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, the greatest phenomenon of a human turned into a channel of the divine to the divine itself. In one of the interviews with Sri Madhusudan Sai, he rightly pointed out to Brother Onkar by saying, "It was Radha who brought you here." The Lord waited for his devotee's readiness, while the devotee thought that he waited for the Lord's command. And who is right? It is always the Lord. And thus in the year 2017, the Lord said, Onkar wanted to serve me in Parthi. He was not ripe then. Now he is ripe. Giving up his profession across the seas, Brother Onkar readily accepted the offer from the Lord and joined the Sanjeevani hospitals to craft its story and get crafted by its story. Sister Radha found her place, a place so apropos to her qualification in the research foundation of the hospital as a scientist. Swimming against the tide in the deep sea of Sanjeevani taught Brother Onkar many a lesson. The exponential growth alongside excessive challenges brought both laurels and lows. But every time, the lows were overpowered by surges of grace where he experienced the magical touch of selfless love. Sadhguru told him, "Be selfless, everything will happen." Today, there are 10 centers of Sanjeevani Child Heart Care that offer all the services completely free of charge. To wipe the countless tears of every family and every child, Sanjeevani works through selfless servitors like Brother Onkar, who knows by experience the power of selflessness.
So there are many times when I've seen and experienced that I say, Swami, it's you and not me. I surrender my ego, my doership, and things really change 180 degrees. And what was stuck for a couple of days or months, suddenly they start happening. And this has been the experience at Sanjeevani all the while.
Brother Onkar fills his fuel every day with the motivation that comes from the kind of families and children who are being benefited by Sanjeevani. Every doctor, staff, volunteer, donor, partner, and government official is inspired and transformed by the story of Sanjeevani. This alchemy is the best chemistry that has bonded together the sweet little family of Brother Onkar, along with Sister Radha and little Aditya, the blessed trio ever to be in the service of the Lord and His creation.
We invite Brother Onkar to receive the award from Sadhguru, followed by his acceptance speech.
जगदीश्वरी परमेश्वरी साईश्वरी माता. Offering my loving pranams to our Mother Sai. The way Mother Tortoise looks after the baby tortoise who's across the river with the loving glances and nourishes the baby tortoise across the river, Swami has always been guiding, protecting us, though we are thousands of kilometers away from this place. It was 2017 when I was working in the corporate world, and I got a chance to act in the Alumni drama on this very stage. The story goes that I was one of those lost in the corporate world Sai student who came to Muddenahalli for the first time and was inspired and transformed by seeing Swami in his new avatar, and took a pledge in the drama that I would join Swami's mission. The drama gets over, Swami comes on the stage for the photo, and to my surprise, he announces on the stage itself that I will be joining Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Hospitals. It was, of course, a pleasant surprise, and that is our divine director who knows the right time, the unique way of pulling the strings, and he blessed myself and my wife Radha to join his unfathomable mission. And I say that word unfathomable is because after 7 years also, as the mission expands, we are still awestruck by what is happening and what is going to happen next. We are really grateful to you, Swami, for allowing us to be part of your divine work. And we really pray from deepest of our heart that please make us selfless so that you alone exist in us and you alone flow through us. Thank you, Swami Sai Ram.
Thank you, Brother Onkar. Over the years, the Each One Educate One program has grown not just with beneficiary numbers, but as a remarkable platform that provides ample opportunities for benefactors to participate. We are also pleased to share that today, the program is supported by nearly 60 corporate companies and more than 4,000 like-minded individuals. While all of them may not be here today, we would like to thank some of our patrons who are here with us.
We are delighted that you could join us on this very special day. Together, we are creating a ripple effect of positive change, transforming lives and communities through the gift of education. As we call out your names, we request you to please come on stage and accept our token of gratitude.
From Grant Thornton, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, Managing Director, Grant Thornton India, and Mr. Deepak Das, Director, Knowledge Management, Head of CSR and ESG. Worth Electronic Services Private Limited, represented by the Managing Director, Mr. Praveen SG. We welcome you on stage. Thank you.
Next, we invite Mr. Ravi Kultemut from Crohn's India, please. Mr. Ravi is the Head of Finance and IT at Crohn's India Private Limited. May we request Mr. Venkatesh R, Director, SCM, and Mr. Rajendra Kumar Singh, HR from Epson Company.
From the Volvo Group India, we have Mr. G.V. Rao, Director, CSR and External Industry Affairs, along with his wife, Mrs. Madhavi Rao. From the Karnataka Bank, we have the Public Relations Officer, Mrs. Pallavi T.S.
Next, we invite on stage Mr. Ishwara Avinash, Head of Treasury Finance from Amicorp Management India Private Limited. From Renk Gears Limited, Ms. Lakshmi Priya, Order Management and After Sales Service Specialist.
From Legrand, we have Mr. Karthik Narayan, Branch Head, Bangalore Office, and Mr. Nadil Abdur Qadir, Branch Manager, Trade. Next, we have Mr. Abhishek K. and Ms. Archana S. from Transsystem Logistics International Private Limited, the team leaders in the human resources.
Our next corporate partner, Thoucentric, and the company is represented by Mr. Ajay Kumar, founding member and global head, along with Mr. Sridhar. We move on to First Source Impex. We have directors Mr. Rajesh R. Kumar and Ms. Archana Rajesh. Lastly, we invite Mr. C.V. Subhash, Founder Director of Regal Limited. Mr. Subhash is the founder of Regal Unlimited. He is a professional life coach and is also an alumnus of our institution.
We now move on to remarkable individuals who have both supported and championed the cause of Each One Educate One. Hailing from Coimbatore is the family of Srimati Vidya Nagarajan, Sri Nagarajan Vishwanathan, along with their two beautiful children. Sri Nagarajan Vishwanathan is a senior engineer at Texas Instruments, India, in the field of electronics. Srimati Vidya Nagarajan is a Balvikas Guru for district-level students in C.V. Raman Nagar, Bangalore. Both their children are also part of the Balvikas, and the couple have been participating in many service activities, such as the Annapurna breakfast program as well.
Our next champion is Dr. Asha Damodaran. She is an octogenarian who simply cannot be stopped. She retired from Baba Atomic Research Center, Mumbai in 2002. Thereafter, she served as district medical coordinator for 2 decades with Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations. Her passion to serve the unserved and her medical expertise took her to remote tribal villages around Mumbai. In 2021, she joined the Sri Sathya Sai Sarla Memorial Hospital here in Muddenahalli, where she continues to render her services.
Next, we call upon Ms. Aishwarya Suryanarayanan. She works as a cost and management accountant in ABB Bangalore. She is firmly rooted in her devotion to Bhagwan Baba and looks for every opportunity to serve. She is accompanied by her Aunt Bhavani.
Next, we have Mrs. Masuma Singha. She is an educationist and teacher trainer from Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. She has been in the teaching profession for the past 27 years across various Indian and international school boards. She is currently the principal of DAV Public School, Solan, Himachal Pradesh.
Mrs. Rashmi Verma hails from New Delhi and worked as a special educator in Sanskriti School for specially abled children for 15 years. She currently serves at the Muddenahalli Girls Campus as coordinator of life skills. Accompanying her is her husband, Mr. Monish Verma.
Next, we have Mr. Venkatesh Vishwanathan. He is based out of Bangalore and has been working in the CRO sector for more than 17 years. As someone who had financial constraints while studying, today he passionately supports students, enabling them to break away from the cycle of debts. He is accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Girija Venkatesh.
Next, we invite Mr. Krishnan Kutti Punnochil to receive Sadhguru's blessings. Born in a village in Kerala, he graduated from the National Defence Academy, earning a degree in marine engineering. He served in the submarine arm of Indian Navy in various capacities, worked as vice president in the multinational corporation in the marine and manufacturing sector till June 2007. Thereafter, he also served as senior associate professor, marine engineering department at BITS Pilani. In 2017, he, along with his wife, moved to the Sathya Grama, where his wife, Mrs. Lata Kuti, teaches English at the boys' Gurukulam.
Next, we call upon Mr. Suresh Warrior. He's another army veteran from Gurgaon. After his engineering in electronics and communication, he did his M.Tech from IIT Kanpur, specializing in communications. Trained at the National Defence Academy, Pune, and the IMA, Dehradun, he was commissioned to serve in the Indian Army for 26 years. He retired as Colonel in the Corps of Signals. Post-retirement, he works as a CTO at tech companies in Noida and New Delhi. He and his family have been ardent devotees of Bhagwan Baba and Sadhguru, participating in the Annapurna program as well.
We invite now Mr. Sri Raman, who hails from Tiruchirappalli. He's here with his wife, Srimati Uma. A double postgraduate in engineering and finance, he worked in BHEL for more than 3 decades. He was introduced to Bhagwan Baba through his father and participates in various seva activities. In 2019, the devout family made Sathya Sai Grama their home. His son is part of the central HR department here at Muddenahalli.
Next, we invite on stage Mr. Venkatesh Bandaru. He hails from Andhra Pradesh and currently works in IBM Bangalore. He volunteers as an Mr. Venkatesh works as an honorary staff of the Annapurna Trust. He is accompanied by his wife, Srimati Sirisha, and his daughter, Ashrita Bandaru. Both his daughters are students of our campuses.
We also have many alumni who have continued to ceaselessly support this cause. Mrs. Meera Mehra graduated from Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Anantapur campus in 1976 with a BSc degree. After moving to Australia, she pursued a career in banking while also teaching arts and crafts to students. Currently, Mrs. Mehra supports her husband in their family business, balancing professional and creative pursuits.
Next, we invite Mr. Narendra Bhatt. May we call upon Mr. Somanna. He was born in Kodagu to parents devoted to Baba. Mr. Somanna was a Balbika student before joining Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Kendra, Alike, for his pre-university. We request Mr. Somanna to please come on the stage, please. We request Mr. Hemant BP to please come on the stage.
Next, we have Mr. Kishore Yatikuri, graduated from the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning with a master's in physics. He's now the global engineering leader for telco business at Dell Technologies. He's also accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Shravanti, who's an alumna of the Anantapur campus. Both their sons have also been the students at Swami's institutions.
Next, we request Mr. Santosh Pai to please come on the stage. Mr. Santosh Pai is accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Pratima Pai, who is also an alumna, and their son, Anirudh Pai. Their daughter, Anuradha Pai, is pursuing her undergraduation at the Nallakadinalli campus. We request Anuradha Pai to please come on stage quickly. It is Mr. Santosh Pai's father's 90th birthday today. Next, we invite on stage Mr. Anant Prakash T. Mr. Anant Prakash, please. May we request Mr. Anant Prakash's wife, Mrs. Pallavi, to please join him on stage once again.
Next, we would like to call Mr. Narendra Bhatt on the stage. He completed his pre-university at the Alike campus before earning a degree in electronics and communication. His father, Sri Jayavant Bhatt, had started the Divyaniketanam school at Jayapura.
Next, we invite on stage Mr. Venumadhav Padakanti. Mr. Venumadhav was the first batch of Sri Sathya Sai High Secondary School, Prashanthi Nilayam. After completing his engineering at the Indian Institute of Science, followed by an MS in Computer Science in the US, he worked abroad for a few years and he's been instrumental in setting up libraries across our various campuses.
Once again, our gratitude to each one of you and to all of those who could not be here in person for being part of the Each One, Educate One family and continuing to support the mission of providing quality, values-based education free of cost to the aspiring young children within the hinterlands of our beautiful nation. We hope and look forward to your continued support.
May we now request Shri B. N. Narsamurthy, Chancellor, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, to address us, please.
I offer my loving pranams at the lotus feet of our divine alumnus, Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Very dear fellow missionaries, in the forum of our dedicated alumni, devoted students, committed colleagues, esteemed patrons and partners in our mission, brothers and sisters. With a very deep sense of satisfaction, fulfillment, I would like to tell you, I have one regret. The regret is that I am not an alumnus of this glorious institution. But I have a very unique blessing that I am a student of our divine alumnus, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. But I will never become an alumnus. I will remain a student. You have listened to 7 illustrious alumni of our institutions. Their commitment, their dedication, their surrender are exemplary, I would say. ತನುವ ಬೇಡಿದೊಡೆಯುವೆ, ಮನವ ಬೇಡಿದೊಡೆಯುವೆ, ಧನವ ಬೇಡಿದೊಡೆಯುವೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶರಣರಿಗೆ. ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕೆಂಬ ಭಾವ ಎನ್ನ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆದೊಡೆ ಘನಮಹಿಮ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದದಾಣೆ. ಎನ್ನ ಮನ ವಚನ ಕಾಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವಲ್ಲದೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದನರಿಯೇ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ. This particular vachana by the most well-known Sharana of Karnataka, who adorned the face of the earth 8 centuries ago, reveals the essence of his life. That essence is also the essence of the lives of our alumni and students, I would like to say. For those who do not understand Kannada, I would like to translate this very inspiring vachana into English. If you were Sharana, here I would like to explain what is a Sharana. Sharana is not just a devotee. He is a saint who has surrendered and offered himself at the feet of God. He is just an instrument of God. Here Basavanna says, if you are Sharana, because there is no English translation for word Sharana, I will use the word Sharana, continue to use the word Sharana. If your Sharana comes to me and asks for my body, I will give it. If your Sharana comes to me and asks for my mind, I will give it. If your Sharana comes to me and asks for my wealth, I give it. I will not allow even the thought that I would like to keep something for myself into my mind. This is my promise. This is my commitment to you, my Lord. In my thoughts, words, and deeds, I know nothing else except you, Kudala Sangamadeva. That's what he says. When a devotee, a Sharana comes and asks you, you are ready to give your body, mind, and wealth. If God comes and asks you, what is that you are going to give? We have the most inspiring example of Bali Chakravarti. When God himself came to him to ask for alms, in spite of his guru Shukracharya, in a way obstructing him to give anything, because he told his disciple Bali Chakravarti, this is not a dwarf 4 feet tall. This is Mahavishnu who has come. And Bali Chakravarti said, and he also said, warned him, Shukracharya warned Bali Chakravarti, he will take everything away from you. But Bali Chakravarti was so euphoric. He was so joyous. He said, if God himself has come to me to pray, definitely I will give myself and everything of mine. And he did it. In front of our example, in front of our eyes today, we have one such illustrious example in Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, after he gave up the body, he appeared to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. And when he asked for his body, for his mind, for his health, wealth, he gave everything to Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. That is a very inspiring example. And Sadhguru himself said in one of his discourses in Australia recently, if you go to India, we have a sleeping god at Srirangam. We have a sitting god at Shabarimala. You have a standing god at Tirupati. You have a walking god in Puttaparthi. And in Muddenahalli, you have a working god. He is the working god. When the working god asks you for something, should you not give everything? There should not be any question in our minds. And why is he working? One of the 4 mission statements of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba has become the life's mission of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba declared this to the world when he was only 21 years old. He made 4 mission statements, and one statement, the third statement, Sadguru has taken as the very breath and theme of his life. Bida sadalakaina penabada tolaginchi lemini bapute premanak. Baba declared, what is my first love? It is to relieve the suffering of the poor and the downtrodden by giving them what they lack. You could have been just a Sadguru like many Sadgurus who are just satisfied with preaching spirituality. They are required. Definitely they are required. Do you find a Sadguru who strives every nerve, works day and night just to wipe the tears of sorrow from the faces of the faceless, the poor who can't ask for themselves? Poverty is not just lack of money. Poverty is lack of opportunities, lack of options. Look at Ramya Krishna who spoke here. She had no opportunities unless Sadguru had given the opportunity. Now she has become a beacon of light for many such girls. Therefore, on this occasion, I have only one appeal and one request to make to everyone. When this working God asks for anything, we should never say yes. We should never say no. We always respond yes. And thereby what happens? See, this is the timely teaching, very apt for our times. How do you redeem yourself? How do you find salvation? What is the moksha patha? What is the path of liberation for us? By joining hands with Sadguru in wiping the tears of the poor and the downtrodden, and nothing beyond that. God is nothing but selfless love. See, Upanishads declare and define God in many ways, many ways. But here we have a simple definition from Sadguru. God is nothing but selfless love. And the path to reach Him, spirituality, is selfless service and nothing else. This is the teaching which is relevant for the world today, anywhere in the world. This is the message, the current message from the divine through Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai is give yourself to the working God and get redeemed. With these words I conclude and pray to the most illustrious alumnus It's such a sense of fulfillment I am experiencing. I have become dumb. I am not able to say it in words, that he may bless us with his benedictory discourse on this wonderful occasion. Thank you very much. Sai Ram to you.
In the words of Panchakshari Gavai, ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ತನುವನ್ನು ಲಿಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ಮನವನ್ನು ಜಂಗಮಕ್ಕೆ ಧನವು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಿಶ್ಚಿಂತನಾದಿರುವ ಭಕ್ತನೇ ಮಹಾದೇವನಯ್ಯ. And this particular line from a verse says, who becomes God? Which devotee becomes God himself? ಭಕ್ತನೇ ಮಹಾದೇವನಯ್ಯ. Who? ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ತನುವನ್ನು. He gives his body in service to the Guru. Lingakke manavannu. Gives his mind. It means all his thoughts are invested in God, in Linga. And Jangamake dhanava kottu. And to the society he gives his wealth, whether it's in the form of knowledge or money or abilities, skills, talents, whichever wealth one possesses, gives it to the society. Such a person, such a devotee becomes God himself, is the declaration. So, the path to divinity or path to moksha patham that he said, what is the path to divinity? This is the path. With your body, serve the Guru. With your mind, worship the divine in all. And with all your resources and abilities, better make the societies better. Work for the welfare of all. The one who does this will definitely become divine. This is the declaration. So today in this meeting of, as Bhagavan would call, not old students but gold students. Gold students are those who live by this gold standard. And the gold standard is they serve the Guru, they worship the divine, and they work for the welfare of the society. So they are the ones who have gathered here, and I can see they are from several batches. Some of them, I categorize them in those with hair, without hair, with some hair, with grey hair. So many categories of our students are here. And it's a joy to see everybody once in a while back here. Though you come at many occasions, but we don't come together in one group. They are always scattered around the ashram. We don't get to see all of them. And some of them have come from near villages, some have come from faraway places, including from other countries. So to everybody, it's a homecoming, it's a welcome home. And not just a homecoming, it is a pilgrimage actually. That is an annual pilgrimage which we undertake. Like in temples we have jatres, or pushkaras are there. Like that, this is a pilgrimage to our own alma mater, and to offer our flowers of gratitude and to re-energize and rejuvenate ourselves with a new enthusiasm, new vigor and recommitments to this great mission of Sai, which is for everyone, for the whole world, not just to Muddenahalli or not just to Karnataka or India. It has spread to the entire world. We are part of such a glorious mission, so we are very fortunate. First and foremost, I want to convey that we should consider ourselves very privileged and fortunate. Whatever be the good deeds of the past, prayers of the parents or punyam that we have done, we do not know. But this fortune has come our way, and that's why we should consider ourselves very blessed. So to all of you, those who have participated in the so-called Even Foundation, I think Even is a 10-year-old name. It should become Even E10 or Even E-Ton, something like that. Each should educate now 10 or 100 students. Time has come. No more 1 is over. It's thing of the past. I'm sure in 10 years your capacities have increased, your abilities have increased in your path of life, be it professional or personal, you have grown. So it's time to take larger responsibility. I will pass on the responsibilities to the grey-haired and the non-haired ones, that you should be running Even E10, not less than that. And those who are still having hair on their head, Even is still okay for you. In ladies' side, I do not want to consider them on age-wise, but you know what I mean. So those who are the senior alumni, they must take more responsibility. The junior alumni, they should take at least some responsibility. Somewhere you should begin. And the idea is not that by doing what we are doing, we can change the institution or run the institution, but it's our privilege. When that, I was in the UK just, I think 2 days ago actually. So we were there and in Bristol for a conference on a medical side. But after that, and as we were going, one of the boys pointed out that the squirrels in the UK are very big, but they do not have the stripes. You see the squirrels in India, and what do you see on them? You see those stripes, the 3 lines are there. And the difference is the squirrels in India participated in the mission of Rama, the squirrels in the UK did not. So if you want some of those stripes on your back to be remembered forever that you are a part of a glorious global divine mission, be the squirrels now. No point in missing this opportunity and being seen as those big UK squirrels who do not have that mark of Rama's grace, not even grace, Rama's acknowledgement for the service that the squirrel was doing. What we call Udita Bhakti or Adida Seva, we say that squirrel seva everybody should do. Even if the youngest child who is just passed, doesn't matter. I'm sure there is an opportunity for you to, you can volunteer your time. There is a dilemma, it's a triangular dilemma in people's life. It's about money, time and energy. I often tell them, when you are very young, the one with hair, you have lot of energy, some time and no money. So you can only do seva with lot of energy. When you go to that half-haired category, then you have some energy, some time and some money. Not enough money though, not enough energy, not enough time, in the middle category. So in whatever way you can do, you generally have more money but less time at that point in time. And then you come to the end of your life where you have money, you have a lot of time but no energy. So you have to choose in which way you want to participate in the mission. For the young ones, you have all the energy, you have time also, please participate in whatever way you can. For the middle-aged ones, you have some money, you have some time, you have some energy, in all ways you can participate. And the grown-up ones, you may not have that kind of energy to come and run the show or run around and do things, but you still have a lot of time, a lot of experience behind you, and probably a lot of resources too. And with that, you help the people. So find your way to do your Udita Bhakti. Find your way to do your Alida Seva. This is what I am asking. Because if you don't do that, you will not find redemption in this life. Our alumni have spoken so well. Dr. Sri Harsha was telling. This is the way, Atmano Mokshartam Jagat is what Madhyal Narayan Bhatt took this as the motto of this mission. For one's emancipation and for the welfare of the world. This is the same motto of the Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda gave to the Ramakrishna mission. That when we do service to others, we also are liberated and we also realize ourselves. So it's a two benefits out of the same activity. Do service, you realize yourself. Or you realize yourself, you'll end up doing service. There is no other way. And who should lead the way? Our people only should lead the way. Our examples, our products, they are the ones who should lead the way. To celebrate those examples, some of them have been recognized or acknowledged. Now they all have stripes on their backs. You can check it later. But be it Omkar, who joined the mission at Sanjeevani, which is expanding, as I said, every day services are growing, and we do not know where it's going to go next. But then they are committed. I know this is not easy. He's into public relations, he's to administration, he's into fundraising, not easy. And all the time he keeps writing, please bless that this happens, that happens. And I keep telling him, selflessness is our strength. If you're selfless, things will happen. If you're not selfless, things won't happen. And selfless does not mean personal selfishness. As an institution also, we should never become selfish. We want name, we want fame, we want recognition, we want people to appreciate us. Even that idea as an institution is a selfish idea. We are here to do selfless service. Everything else comes in the process. If you do good work, people will appreciate you. There is no other way. But for appreciation, we don't work. We work to better the lives of the likes of Ramya Krishna. She spoke so well. I have seen her from a small age. And she would, disappear, that touch me not type. The moment you look at her, she will, become invisible. So shy. Today she is speaking like this. I can't believe my ears. I had to really think whether it is the same girl. That confidence comes from where? From a good education, not just material education, the spiritual education. Such confidence, and they are leading the next generation. Harsha, who joined us as a surgeon, he's one of the very fine surgeons. For that age, he's an old head on a young shoulder. He's doing very well. And does a lot of complicated things also. Not just, and their spouse, Harsha's wife is here, kid is here, Radha, Omkar's wife is here. They all have joined. So also Shri Vidya, where is it? Vidya and Ashimo. See, it's not that you say that this is the reason why I can't work, my husband doesn't let me, my wife does not let me. I tell, bring your wife and husband also into the mission, then who is going to stop you from doing that? But it takes a while. It takes a while to get everybody engaged, but get them inspired by the good that you do. And slowly, steadily transform everybody, from you to your family, to your community. It should spread. Every time I hear the word alumni, it reminds me of alum. You know alum? They put one piece of alum in dirty water and it cleans up the water. makes it safe to drink. So our alumni should work like alums in the society. When they enter the society, they should clean up the society, make it better, more fit, more pure for everybody's consumption. That job is our job. We just cannot look the other way. It's not possible. It's given to us, it's thrust upon us, whichever way you ask or name it. But this is our privilege. Our responsibility is our privilege. So 10 years ago when even was founded, now 10 full years have passed. So much has happened in 10 years. So many institutions have come up, thousands of people have studied, moved on, and so many hospitals have come up, patients have been treated, so many other programs like nutrition have come up, many countries have joined this mission. So much has happened. It's like you blink and you will miss it. This kind of mission, this is now. So the opportunity, the first right to do service is that of the alumni, which we should not forego at any cost. We should grab it with both the hands, that this is our right given to us, right to serve, not right to demand. I was reading this speech of John F. Kennedy, his presidential inaugural address in 1961. He says, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. What a great thought. Ask not what God can do for you, ask what you can do for God. Ask not what your guru can do for you, ask what you can do for your guru. That is the kind of alumni, that is the kind of gold students that we are looking for. As Vivekananda says, muscles of steel and muscles of iron and nerves of steel, and with a gigantic will which cannot be resisted by anything. That kind of alumni group, that force is what we are looking at. And I see so much promise in this room, so many of these, especially the youngsters who have taken both, inside the mission, you won't believe, but in the last 10 years, more than 250 alumni have joined. And if I count their spouses, some of them who have there, it would be even more. So you can imagine these many people have joined the mission, made it their life and a living. Both is this mission. They're all doing very well. So it's an opportunity for others also to participate in whichever way. And for those who cannot directly participate by being here, support the mission. These are your brothers and sisters at the helm of affairs. Last year during Dasara, we gave all the responsibilities of all the campuses to the next generation. It was a very risky move. Everybody came and sort of was apprehensive and told that, isn't it too early that they just post-graduated and you're putting them as in charge of all these missions, and all the Tyagajivis are taking a back seat. They're only being mentors, but they're not being administrators. Is it not a risk? This was a risk definitely, but a calculated risk. These children needed an opportunity to rise and shine. Look at Ramya Krishna kinds of kids who are now rising and shining. And they are leading the next generation. And generation gap is very less. That's very important for today's times. That the teachers and students should not have too long a gap. Otherwise, they cannot appreciate each other. And that becomes a difficulty in the campuses. So we changed that. Look at how these alumni, our own students who have passed. And this year, from the graduation and post-graduation batch, 100 students have joined the institution back. Never heard before in the history. Narayan Bhatt would say, Tyagajivis should come, they should join this mission, and we should have 1 million Tyagajivis, 10 lakh he wanted to create, who should go to every corner of the country and change the landscape and so on. He could not achieve in his lifetime. Then the story we know, not 60, not 600, not 6,000, not 60,000 story. We all have taken refuge in this great statement saying that somehow somebody will come, something will happen, and not my problem, somebody will do it. No. Which is our job only. It's not somebody else's job to do this. These statements, if they have to materialize, we all have to work. And this is the opportunity and privilege that has been given to us. And you don't have to be a Tyagajivi by being inside here in the ashram. That is one way. But mind should be full of Tyaga. That is what Guru gave. Tanuvannu, Lingakke, Manuvannu, Jangamake, Dhanavugutta. So that Tyaga should be there in our head. We all will become Tyagajivis. Do you think 60,000 real human beings living inside an ashram is possible? In one ashram? Not possible. So where are those 60,000 going to live? Here 6,000 can live at best. The remaining will live like you in the society, serving and doing your duty towards your family as well as to the society and to the institutions. So that part of Tyagajivi also can happen between all of us. This is important to understand. Don't imagine that things will happen on its own magically. Till we make it happen, nothing happens. Again, Kennedy only in his speech as he concludes, he says that here our reward, the only true reward is a good conscience at the end, that we have lived our life well. And we will be judged none other than by history. History shall be the final judge of our good deeds, he says. And with this, let us go forth and lead the land that we love, seeking his guidance and help, but knowing fully well that on this earth, God's work must be our own. Kennedy says that God's work on this earth is our work. God is not going to come and do the work on earth, but He will help us, He will guide us, He will bless us to do His work. And this is our lot, this is our fortune, that we have been chosen to do God's work in small and big ways as we can. So to the alumni, this is my call. If you are part of the institution, you can join the institution like the Omkars and the Vidyas of Harshas of today. Very well, most welcome, participate in whatever. If you still need time, fine, take it, but then support in another way. And each one, educate one cannot be the way anymore. It has to grow because your family has grown. See, when each one educate one started, the number of students in the whole of the system was not more than 1,000. Today, it is minimum 3,000. Then we have a medical school and nursing school and things like that, which are very, very expensive and intensive education systems. Now, so you have to really expand your capacities. Do well, but make sure that you also are able to contribute better for the betterment of all. This is for the alumni. For the devotees who have supported, Each One Educate One Foundation started with only Alumni Foundation as an answer to one of the devotees who had asked this question. He said, okay, I will sponsor the capital expenditure for building a campus. But what about the future? How are you going to run this campus for free? And the answer was, our alumni will participate, you build and we will run it. He was satisfied with that answer. Being a businessman, he was thorough. He said, I'm simply not going to put money into a rabbit hole. We do not know whether this institution will even last a few years for lack of money, and so many institutions shut down. Then we said, no, we will run it. Our alumni will learn it. That is how even got conceptualized. And today, after so many years, we have run it, but not just with alumni, devotees, corporate partners, so many well-wishers and philanthropists who have come and made this mission as their mission. Today, we had some of them whom we celebrated. We are very grateful to them. Not on my personal behalf alone, but on behalf of so many students whom you may not meet, whose stories you may not know. You may not know what struggles they go through. But they are the children who are beneficiaries of your benevolence. And you all have supported this cause, so we have a lot of gratitude for all of you. I'm sure as corporates grow in India, their profitabilities grow, their investable surplus grows, more education, more healthcare, more charity can happen in this country. So I wish you also very well that be prosperous so that you can give more. And that is the blessing that you receive when you give. That is the way of the nature. You give and then you receive. I was in Canada and one man was telling me, Swami, I want to participate in your mission. I said, very well, you're welcome to, but you have to help me. I said, what do you want? Give me so much money that I can give you a lot of money. So he told, give me money so that I can give you. And I said, I'm not Tirupati Venkateshwara Swami. I'm different, not the standing God. So I told you, first participate in the mission, then I will bless you with a lot of money. It's the other way around. We wait for a day when everything will be perfect so that we can do good. That day never comes. Start doing good, your days will start becoming perfect as you go on. Don't wait for that one fine muhurtam to start your good works. That never comes. It is here and now, as Harsha said. If not here, then where? If not now, then when? If not us, then who? This is the message of Alumni Meet. Sai Spoorthi, the Spoorthi word also was taken from Spoorthi Kirana of Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, who wrote that book with great, vision, that someday he will build an institution that will move the needle till the balance and change the society for good. It never happened in his lifetime, but his prayers were not wasted. His efforts were not wasted. Bhagavan blessed, but then such a long wait. This mission remained in the womb of time for such a long time. From 1978 till 2011, it remained in the womb of time. It remained as it was, just staying. And then it started growing, like Chinese bamboo, I said. Suddenly it started growing. How did it grow? Because of each one of us. So each one educate many, many, many more. That is our mission, as much as is our capacity. In fact, more than our capacity. Then definitely a lot of children can also be saved. The other thing I want to request every one of you, alumni, donors, patrons, is please visit our campuses. They're beautiful campuses in naturalistic settings. Instead of spending money and time on some resort for relaxing in weekends or something like that, please go to some of these campuses. You'll get to do farming, you'll get to look after the cows. Now, this is all fashionable nowadays, which was all our traditional Indian way of living. We dumped all that, came to cities. Now from cities, we run to villages in the weekends and post pictures on Instagram that we have taken care of a cow and lived in a farm and learned how to grow this and grow that. But you can do that. Enjoy that nature, which is very, very serene and pristine. It will help you to connect back to your true self. You will find peace in your own heart. That is why you should go. Second, talk to these children. Then you will know the impact of that, what you're doing. See, how much ever story we tell from the podium, it doesn't make as much sense as when you interact with some of these kids and you know their difficulties, their backgrounds, their challenges in life. Then you will thank God that I have so much more than anybody else in the world. And you will never have a reason to complain about anything in life after meeting these kids. But I know these stories. Some of our people sometimes, they keep working in offices. They don't even know the impact of the work. So I tell them, you go to the hospital, talk to the patients, go to the schools, talk to the students. Then you will know what you are doing, what is the benefit of it. You will feel very satisfied. And so now they do that, and they come back with stories with tears in their eyes. Swami, this was happening, that was happening. So such poor people, they are so grateful. I said, this is the impact of the work that you do. So go often to the closest campus that you have, spend a day or two. Talk to the students, talk to your own brothers and sisters who are now in charge of these campuses. They'll welcome you very well. And then they will also not only look after your physical needs, they will also guide you spiritually. This is the symbiotic relationship. Your brothers and sisters in the campus will help you grow spiritually. You help these children in the campuses have a better life. And that is how you help each other. This is how we can grow these institutions. What is the end to this road? We do not know. As far as it lies in us, we keep working. We keep doing more good in more ways to more people every day. And that is the only reason why we live. As once Bhagavan asked how long one should live, different answers were given. But one answer that he chose was, as long as one can serve, one should live. When somebody else has to serve you, stop living. Don't hang around in the ventilators in our ICU and things like that unnecessarily. Just live as long as your body is capable of serving the Guru, your God. Your mind is capable of meditating on the divine, and you are capable of contributing to the society. That long if you live, that is good enough for life. And such a life we must all pray for, because within this kind of life, human becomes divine. An ordinary piece of stone carved into an idol becomes the divine. Is worship. Likewise, each one of us is capable of transforming ourselves into divine, and this is very much possible. It's very much real. It's not something that can be achieved only after several lifetimes. It is here and now. So this is the best opportunity. I'm very happy to see everyone. Again, I'll come back in the afternoon to talk to the alumni group, especially those who are going to be here. But to all of them, I must say, you might have several identities in your life. A corporate CEO, a mentor, a teacher, a husband, a wife, or a son, or a daughter, or brother, or sister. There are many identities you'll have. But let me remind you that the most important identity that you can ever have is that you are an alumni of this institution, which can never be exchanged for anything in the world. Take pride in being that. Take pride in being that. And as far as our Narsimurtiji's complaint is there, I was not an alumni, I assured him that I will give him an honorary doctorate from the university. So in a way, he'll become an alumni in some time. But his contribution for so many years, and the likes of Sanjeevan is sitting, Mahendran is sitting, and many of, now they are resting, I think, because the next generation, Dr. Raghupati and all have taken over. What kind of sacrifices they have made. I'm not saying that they had some other ideas in mind, but they were so inspired. They couldn't think of anything else. They are ideals for us. But now they are coming to an age where they cannot physically, energy is not there, or their experience, of course, is there. They never had money, that is the first thing. Energy also is now low. Even Narsimurti was complaining about his back pain this morning. Still he came because there was an alumni meet. Now it's our time to take forward this mission. We have to put our Tana, Mana, Dhana, Jivana into it and take it forward from here. This is I must say, it's a blessing in disguise. You may think it's a responsibility. The responsibility is given only to those who are trusted. And you are trusted people of God. You should feel very, very privileged and blessed. That is my 2 cents of advice and blessings on this occasion. I also look forward to seeing you more often and seeing more of you more often. Next time each one educate 10 that is already given, and for the even or even E10 meetings, each one bring 10. Even be 10, not less than that. Talk to others. I know they are there. Sometimes they feel, okay, anyway, online is available, we'll watch it online. Can you eat it online? Can you breathe online? Can you sleep online? No. Then why should you meet online for an alumni meet? Come here. Once in a year, make it a privilege. Make it a pilgrimage to come here. Don't lose it by just seeing it online and feeling satisfied. That doesn't work. You have to be here. You should feel the energy, the vibes, feel the place, and this privilege of this special identity that we are children of, not children of Satya Sai, children for Satya Sai. That is the change that has happened. Children for Satya Sai is what we are, and that we should never forget. That's the special identity we carry, special privilege we carry. May we all rise to the occasion, live up to this special identity and privilege that we all have had, and do much more If not us, there is nobody else in the world I travel around who will do this work. And if we also fail to do it or hesitate to do it, there is no future for the world. It's already getting worse by the day, but if we have to reverse, we have to work with responsibility, and that is our blessing, as I mentioned. I'll come again in the afternoon. Once again, lot of blessings to everyone, especially grateful acknowledgements to our corporate partners. They are not alumni mostly, but they have understood the value of what they are doing. And so many of them could not come here. To them also we convey our gratitude on behalf of the foundation. And we also will be incorporating or including a few more new members in the foundation, the younger generation, to join us and continue from there. So this is the, as I said, blessing for all of us. May we all be worthy of such a blessing that has come our way, to conveying everybody a very, very bright future in service to all, in service to your Guru, to God, and to the society.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपति स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपति आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदेवमु पर्यन्तयु नीवे स्वामी पर्यन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशय ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगलारती अंदुको मंगलारती अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की Jai